Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to stop eating chips after just one? Or why a sugary breakfast leaves you crashing before noon? You're not alone, and you're not broken. You've been played. Because what if I told you that some of the world's largest food companies, the ones selling you snacks, cereals, frozen meals, and fizzy drinks, have spent billions engineering addiction into your diet? In today's video, we're going to pull back the curtain on big food. We'll reveal how ultra-processed foods were strategically designed to hijack your biology, harm your health, and keep profits growing, no matter the cost to your body. But it gets worse. From obesity and diabetes to mental health issues and even early death. This video will expose how big food created a global health crisis and why they're still getting away with it. Stay with us because in a few minutes, you'll never look at your grocery cart the same way again. What if the food in your kitchen was actually designed to make you sick and you were never supposed to find out? What is processed food? Really, let's define the enemy. Processed food isn't just anything that's been cooked or packaged. That's too vague. What we're talking about is ultra-processed food, products that have been chemically altered with preservatives, emulsifiers, artificial flavors, dyes, and high levels of sugar, salt, and fat. They're not made in kitchens. They're made in labs and factories, often by food scientists who test how to make you crave more. We're talking about packaged snacks, sugary breakfast cereals, microwave dinners, soda and energy drinks, instant noodles, flavored yogurts. These aren't foods anymore. They're edible food-like substances, and the more processed they are, the less nutrition they offer. But they don't just lack nutrients, they actively harm. Why would a billion-dollar company want to feed you something that makes you sick? The answer lies in their business model, and it's shocking. Big Food's business model, profits over people. Big Food isn't in the health business, they're in the addiction business. Just like Big Tobacco once denied the dangers of smoking, Big Food has worked behind the scenes to keep you eating and keep you sick, because that's good for business. Ultra-processed foods are cheap to make, last longer on shelves, and are engineered to light up your brain's reward centers, like a drug. Take bliss point engineering. This is when scientists carefully balance sugar, fat, and salt to make food irresistible, without ever making you feel full. They also exploit what's known as vanishing caloric density, snacks that melt in your mouth, tricking your brain into thinking you haven't eaten much. These aren't accidents. This is scientifically calculated dependency. And as people get sicker, Big Pharma steps in with medications, creating a closed loop of profit where the same system that makes you ill sells you the cure. Want to know how one food executive compared customers to addicts? Stick around, it's chilling. The health fallout, global damage. So what's the cost of all this? Here's the reality. In the US, more than 70% of the diet comes from processed food. Obesity has tripled worldwide since 1975. 1 in 3 adults globally is now overweight or obese. Diabetes, heart disease, and cancer are now linked directly to dietary patterns. But it's not just physical health. New research shows ultra-processed foods are also linked to anxiety, depression, and cognitive decline. These foods influence gut health, damage the microbiome, and alter brain chemistry. And while low-income communities are hit hardest, no one is immune. Because ultra-processed food isn't just available, it's aggressively marketed, subsidized, and strategically priced to outcompete real food. What if the very food you're giving your children is quietly harming them, meal after meal? The cover-up, marketing, lobbying, and misinformation. If this is so dangerous, why hasn't anything changed? Because Big Food has mastered the art of distraction and deception. They've poured millions into lobbying governments, funding biased research, and shaping public health guidelines. Ever wonder why food labels are so confusing? Or why the healthy option in the supermarket has 20 unpronounceable ingredients? It's by design. Studies funded by food companies are 4 to 8 times more likely to produce favorable results. Meanwhile, regulatory agencies are pressured to downplay risks and delay reform. Even school meal programs, hospitals, and military bases are filled with ultra-processed products because it's cheaper, faster, and easier. And the kicker? They market these foods with happy families, athletic kids, and heart-friendly slogans, masking the real damage. What if even your nutrition advice was being quietly manipulated by the same corporations selling you junk? What can you do? This might sound bleak, but here's the good news. You're not powerless. The moment you recognize that these foods were designed to deceive you, you take back control. Here's how to fight back. 1. Read ingredients. The fewer and simpler, the better too. Shop the perimeter of the grocery store. Fruits, veggies, whole grains, proteins. 3. Cook at home as often as possible. 4. Educate others. Spread awareness about what's really in their food. 5. Demand better. Support policies that push for transparent labeling and corporate accountability. And perhaps most importantly, don't blame yourself. You were targeted. Now you're waking up. Big Food engineered a global crisis, but now you see the system for what it is. And that knowledge is power. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more truth about the forces shaping your life behind the scenes. And if you want to go deeper, check out our other video on the dark science of food addiction, linked right here on screen. Until next time, eat smart, question everything, and take your health back into your hands. Thanks for watching.